what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the YouTube channel.
What's up, what's up, what's up?
It's happening. We know you've been missing us, guys.
It's the final night here in Puerto Rico. We are headed home to...
Hey, all right, how about now?
Can you hear now?
Hey.
Can you hear us?
What's up, everybody?
Double check your audio one more time.
How about now?
No audio.
Still no audio?
Just wait 1 second.
There, now that gets better. Now they're saying good. Okay,
all right.
Let's introduction again.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. This is our final night here in Puerto Rico. I'm here with Snay, Gary, Jason, and Joey, Adrian, aka Adrian.
Joey Rocket.
Joey Rocket.
Let's keep it simple.
All right. It's our final night here in Puerto Rico. We're headed home tomorrow. Sorry for not covering the markets as much. We've been a little out of tune ourselves here in bits and pieces, but we have a lot of great, awesome content to share with you guys. Make sure to check out our website tomorrow, where we'll have a video about how the conference, or maybe Wednesday, about how some final thoughts of what we thought about the conference. And if you're part of the Crypto Somniac Advantage, you'll get a report on Wednesday or Thursday about everything that we just talked or learned. But let's, I guess everyone, let's just go around and share some of our thoughts about the past week in the conference. You want to start things off?
First of all, Puerto Rico is beautiful. This place is incredible. We've had a lot of friendly locals helping us out, and the food here is great. But relevant to crypto, saw a lot of good projects. Well, maybe not a lot, but at least several good projects while we were at the conferences. We ended up getting into Coin Agenda today. We got to see a bunch of different ICO pitches, which was fantastic. I even got a link to some recordings, so hopefully I'll be able to pass some of that information forward to you guys as well.
Yeah. Awesome. You, Joey?
Yeah, all I can say is it's just tons of opportunity here. You know, the networking between entrepreneurs and just people that are here to innovate is pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree with you, Joey. So if you are part of the Crypto Somniac Advantage, we will be having a full write-up for this, for our entire trip and some of the clients that we liked. And I did tweet out the winners for the ICO event for Coin Agenda. You know, I think Puerto Rico is a fantastic place, and it's going to be a crypto mecca, I think. So,
yeah. And how fast are you moving here again?
I was thinking around 9 months. I was thinking about like 9 months. You know, 9 months to never. You know, I'm just kidding. Beautiful. You know, it is beautiful. It's paradise. You know, but you know, we just got to figure out logistics for the business, and I think it's going to be. I think, you know, Puerto Rico is definitely in my future.
And then my opinion of the place, I was quite impressed. The people here are warm. They're very receptive to business, whether it's crypto or outside business, mainstream business. So we met with lawyers, we met with CPAs, we met with people that are all walks of life inside of the Puerto Rican professional realm, and that's how they engaged with us, you know, naturally and organically, and I like that a lot. And then you do have, you know, it's on you if you do decide you're going to move to Puerto Rico, if you do decide you're going to investigate it for yourself for whatever reason. I just highly recommend that you make an outreach, not as the ugly American. They're American too. Don't assume that because you're in Puerto Rico and it's a territory that they don't have American norms and American expectations. They are Americans, so keep that in mind. They will be offended if you refer to them otherwise. And I liked that if you can engage and build a network of people here that are on the ground, that have all of the tools available to help your business thrive and grow, then reach out to those people and the locals that you'll be engaging day to day.
I just saw somebody say, what if moving to Puerto Rico is a bull trap? At this point, I'm pretty confident moving here is not a bull trap. Again, we'll give you the full report, but you guys are not going to believe the amount of people that are involved in blockchain that are here, that are coming here, that are moving here. There's so many interesting projects, and people seem pretty receptive to it. The government is open to it. The locals seem to be open to at least learning about it where they don't know. And there's actually quite a few locals that are already heavily involved. We saw some great projects at the Blockchain Unbound conference that locals were already running. So far this place has been fantastic.
I thought it was a great time. I think, as Gary sort of hinted at, there's a lot of opportunity here, and I know at least three or four of us are definitely down to make the move. Snay, I think, wants to wait a little bit longer, but I see a lot of opportunity here, regardless of if you're into crypto or not. If you're watching this video and you're interested in crypto, I definitely think it's a logistical move. There's a lot of people that we saw, like Jason was saying, that are in cryptocurrency at the moment. We had an opportunity to spend a couple of nights in Brock's house, which seemed very open, and it'd be hard not to meet anyone involved in the crypto space just walking by his door. So I think there's a lot of opportunity here, whether you're into crypto or not. There's the tax decree, which was kind of the biggest drive or motivation, to come here, and then being that it could be a potential hub for crypto, it was just gravy on top. And there's a lot of while it's beautiful and nice, a lot of women, a lot of nice weather, a lot of food, there's actually a lot of houses that are a lot of property. There's an investment in real estate here that's to be made with the influx of people coming in. And if you can be here in the next year or so and take advantage and be one of the first movers here, maybe in 30, 40, 50 years, it's something like Singapore or not. It could be anywhere in between, but I think there's a lot of cool opportunity here. We're excited to take advantage of it.
Absolutely. And I feel like moving here, you're definitely part of the pioneer crew, for example, it's
you're not first anymore.
No,
it's been around for a couple of years.
For sure. But like,
it's still new.
So much opportunity.
Early adopters.
That's what I'm saying. It's just so.
You don't have to be shot anymore. There's a lot of people that apparently the tax decrees have been around since 2012, which was actually earlier than I initially thought, but it's really picked up over the past 2 years. So there's a lot of CPAs on the island. There seems to be people a little bit more knowledgeable about crypto. You don't have to. In California, it was actually very difficult to find someone that knew anything about crypto and taxes. So it's good that we've met in person here at least two people that are well versed to handle our needs when it comes to crypto, and we spoke to them in person. So that was a good sign.
Absolutely. But like, what I meant by pioneer, I mean, like, it's just still so new, and there's still so much opportunity here. I wouldn't classify it like oversaturated, like Los Angeles where we live, or San Francisco or New York. Actually, I asked all the Uber drivers if they've ever met an Indian before, and about 50-60% of them said, they've never met an Indian person before, and they've never had Indian food. And
they surely never met anyone like Snake.
Hell yeah! So I'm setting all the stereotypes here in Puerto Rico for Indians. So absolutely fantastic. But yeah,
I want to make one more comment about, and again, this is a crypto outlet. This is a crypto channel, and anybody that has interest in that sector of investment, capital gains, basically, that's why Act 20 and 22 are attracting people that have this kind of capital. But also, like Sam had commented about, it's not simply real estate. Basically, any business that you can provide a service, a digital service. You can be a digital nomad. You can, maybe you're a video editor, and you can find work here in Puerto Rico, working for the crypto community and be compensated. And if you go through a certain process, you can really increase your income, because if you can provide services to the needs of companies outside of this realm in any way, maybe you're an FBA reseller, Amazon FBA, maybe you're some type of other kind of graphic art or something along those lines. Anything that maybe you're a CPA, maybe you're a lawyer and you do teleconferencing, maybe you're a psychologist and you have remote clients that you
can manage real estate, at least
partially.
remotely.
Yeah, so there's so many opportunities here that you should seriously investigate how you may be able to transfer what you're doing in a relatively expensive environment, and and consider at least some part of the year, because we found that at first we found that the requirement might be half of the year in order to qualify at all. And then we learned more through our lawyer that it's 549 days, I think, over the course of 3 years.
Yeah.
So, there are opportunities where you could, do 80 years. You could do 80 days in 1 year, and then, maybe it's more the next year, but basically you have a home run if you can make all of that as a requirement. So just look into Puerto Rico and what it has to offer you or your business or your family, because if you're a young person, you want to be efficient with the money that you're making, so that can snowball and that can compound, because the most powerful thing you can have is like compounding interest. It's going to compound over time. So if early on you can realize lower friction, more efficiency in the type of business that you're doing, then you will go so much faster. Whereas if you're, maybe later in life or something, it's really what you consider as, how do I keep what I've accumulated? How do I lose less of my my wealth over time, that you have left, I guess. So just look at, if you're going to be somebody that's any kind of entrepreneur, any kind of service delivery, any kind of product management, remote warehousing and things like that, seriously, you should consider looking at Puerto Rico as a great opportunity, and then also dealing into the crypto space and serving the needs of people that are building these communities. Everything is necessary here.
An addendum to that, just to give you an idea, we're actually, we kind of all met each other. We're all slightly involved in crypto one way or another, but we all do different things that are online and digital. And we're looking to try to create a hub and network with similar people that are like-minded. So if you're interested in that, we'll surely be documenting more of this process when we get back. We plan to be here by May sometime. But if you are, in any of those fields that Gary just spoke about, feel free to reach out to us, as we're trying to create, a hub or a network for people and an opportunity to learn some of the process that we went through, help make it easier for other people that might be interested. Opportunity for niches other than tech, finance, for example, architectural, residential design. I would think so. I mean, we were actually taking a look at buildings right down the street that might need to be completely rehabbed, or in some cases, maybe new construction where you would need architectural design.
I think there's huge opportunity. If you're a fixer flipper, there are so many properties here that have been wrecked by the hurricanes that you could potentially invest in for yourself, or you can invest in for yourself, or build it up, and then now you've got a rental property, and you're creating more housing for the locals. There's a lot of opportunity here if you use your noggin, really.
I just want to make one little comment about if you speak Spanish, you're so much further ahead of the game as well, as far as working with the peoples that are here, the permitting processes and things like that. But like he's talking about when it comes to real estate, if you are a fixer flipper, if you're somebody that has the knowledge base about how to efficiently run a project, a construction or remodeling project, that's one of the companies I own, is helping people generate up to $250,000 worth of capital that they put into their business. They shouldn't be using it for a consumer, but they should be using it for, how do I make more money with the money that you get for very low costs. So if you're in anything related to real estate, there's definitely huge opportunities. Everywhere that we walked around, even just today in this beach area, I saw millions and millions of dollars of opportunity just within a couple of blocks.
Yeah,
it's an amazing opportunity
for sure.
Yeah.
I think someone asked, what if you're a woman? I'm not sure in what context they meant, but maybe I'm just assuming, safety of what it's like if you're a woman around here. I mean, we've met a lot of people. I think as long as you're smart and you know where to go and where not to go, and it's very similar to at home. There's niches and neighborhoods, and if you walk down the wrong path, it might be scary for a woman when it's dark out, but there's plenty of, I guess, I don't know, safety. There's Uber, there's a main strip where people always hang around at. I mean, you could walk down a wrong alley in any major city in the U.S. and feel not safe. And it's the same here. If you stick to not off the beaten path, you're pretty much fine.
Also, building your network of people that actually live here. We met several women that, normal professionals that they say, don't walk further than this. I mean, the natives, the people that live here all of their lives, are going to know the areas to feel completely safe and be around their friends, and they're going to engage and welcome you. I think that everybody that we've encountered if you frame it correctly, if you're not, again, the snobby, mainlander or something like that. Like when
We're trying to immerse yourself a little bit in the culture, which we're trying to do. We're trying
Practice
to
your Spanish.
We don't want to
They
be in
appreciate
the
it.
middle of the jungles here and not be able to speak a word of English, but we do want to immerse ourselves to the point where we get to know a little bit of the language, the community, the culture. I think our friend Kirill was mentioning that he felt like he was finally able to get in tune with the culture or language once you could understand humor in the language. That point where you understand inside jokes and things like that. So we're going to be looking forward to try to immerse ourselves in that. And just an addendum to that, actually, again, if you're looking to learn anything about Puerto Rico, our friend Kirill is putting together an awesome documentary that should be ready sometime in May. And if you're wanting to learn more about it, what he did is he documented and captured all sides of anyone that was in the crypto community and had an involvement in Puerto Rico, whether that be a CPA, a CEO, a marketer, anyone that was willing to basically get on camera and had some kind of impact or opinion even on what might be going on in Puerto Rico, good or bad. He's trying to put together, a full packaged view of that in a Netflix type documentary, which is scheduled to be released May 20th. We'll surely share it here on the channel. And like I said, if you're interested in anything going on here, surely reach out to us, whether that be here by commenting on this video, or even better, perhaps on Facebook, either to me, Sam Capizzi, or Sneh, and we'll respond to you and be happy to answer any questions that you might have. And we'll surely document more of this process when we get back in May, hopefully, and maybe we'll be live streaming from the beach in no time. So
Puerto Rico.
I'd like to add one more thing.
Go ahead.
So for anybody who's interested in philanthropy work or volunteer work, I would highly recommend, if you're going to come to the island and if you're interested in some of those things, there's a lot of things you can do to help. I spent one of the days that I was here going and helping installing solar panels on roofs.
It's huge.
To get electricity to people's houses. So there's a lot of opportunity and work here, the great work that can be done, and in my opinion, it's going to be for years to come. I don't think, the destruction caused by Maria is just going to wipe away in the next, 6 months or even, So anyway, there's a lot of opportunities to come here to earn money, but also to help others, lives, get better, So
Exactly.
keep an eye on that and look into that. There's great companies out here doing good things.
Yeah, I mean, Akon said it good last night. He said wherever there's devastation, that there's a great opportunity, and there's definitely a lot of that here, and ways to give back to the community in a number of ways, whether it be installing solar panels, donating to certain communities. I think Lottery.com sponsored the event and crypto conference this week where you can donate in different cryptos. I obliged or committed myself to donating a portion of my income when I get here, since I'll be saving a lot on taxes. And there's a number of ways to give back and help the community here and build something cool and be here, early on to see it.
If you ever had like an interest in starting a nonprofit, or you feel like your social good is better served in a new place, this is a great opportunity for that kind of sense of well-being. Because through a nonprofit that you structure and you organize and you have the purpose behind it and the drive behind it, there are so many resources here to help you. And also from mainland, there are a lot of resources I can connect you with to get funding from government, non-government organizations. So if you ever have an interest in anything to do with bettering Puerto Rico or the society at large, this is a good location to do that.
There's not. I'm just going to respond to this question. First of all, every place here has been very clean. I haven't seen a whole lot of porta potties. This place has been fully. It's not a third world country here. There's been a lot of devastation from the hurricane, but this could have been many cities that I've been to in the United States. Mainland. So the people are nice. The food is delicious. The power has been reliable.
Absolutely, but we're definitely in the city. Right?
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Right. Where a lot of people are still struggling.
Yes.
Obviously, there's still a lot of people struggling in the mountain areas.
Millions of people.
On the east, millions of people. Right. Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, but.
Well,
But from what we've seen, where we are going to be based, near airport and stuff, it's San Juan is beautiful. It's honestly paradise.
I'd like to say for some, you know, for people that are thinking of, you know, dirty, dingy, or any of that kind of stuff, I've seen more homeless people on the streets with tents and just not very attractive areas in Seattle than I have here in San Juan. And not only San Juan, but I've traveled across the island since I've been here, and I've seen way more homeless people and just, you know, that side of things in Seattle than here.
And I think one of our friends tonight that lives here on the island made a good point that despite being a hurricane and some devastation here, not to say that there's not work to be done, but it's very rare. You know, everyone just keeps asking, you know, her and locals or tourists rather, you know, what about the hurricane? What about the hurricane? Well, it's very uncommon apparently for Puerto Rico to have devastating hurricanes. Apparently it's been 20 years since the last one, so I think they're tired about hearing the hurricane. Apparently there's good internet. A lot of services around. There still are areas without power, of course, and electricity, but they you know, they want to build and move on, and I just want to say that I thought it was interesting.
I think, yeah, you know, specifically that tax incentive. Why are they doing the tax incentive in the first place? Well, they want to bring new up and coming mines to help build up the infrastructure.
Yep.
Right, and you know, I think that's an amazing feat. You know, actually, one of the things that they actually said at the conference was Singapore actually came to Puerto Rico in the 1940s to learn what Puerto Rico was doing.
Yep.
Because Puerto Rico was literally one of the richest states, or one of the one of the richest states without poverty. You know, highest education back in the 1940s. So Singapore came here to learn about what they are, and obviously we know Singapore is a financial capital of the world, essentially a big financial capital of the world.
I saw somebody earlier had asked a question about what do we think about the G20 and how it's affecting the market. My personal opinion is we had some great news out of Paris as far as SEC being concerned. You know, the SEC in America wanting to stifle innovation, which I know is a factor, but Paris said, bring it all. They've fast-tracked a lot of their regulatory processes, and then they even said, you know, we'll even welcome unregulated ICOs within reason. Obviously, they're not in a big rush to invite scammers in, but I think it's positive news. So there's many more days of G20 to go, but so far the markets have been reacting positively to this news, I think.
We'll be back on Wednesday with news about the markets, technical analysis, back to your regularly scheduled functions. And we'll share some of this a little bit more about the conference specifically in a short video that we'll distribute to you guys.
And we'll have a detailed report on the ICOs and different projects that we really like during the conference and the Cryptosomnic Advantage. So go check that out, guys.
And hit the thumbs up video or thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you're not, and make sure you hit that bell to get notifications of when we're live. So thank you guys all for watching. And remember, stay cryptosomniacs, because the markets never sleep, and neither should you. Thanks and good night.
Love it.
Sam smashing the treasure.
Yeah.